there's been clinical studies involving people showing that drinking 2 to 3 cups of green tea a day is associated with more than a 40% reduction in the risk of developing colon cancer.
Did you know our bodies are over 50% water? Staying hydrated is a key part of being healthy. But water isn't the only drink we consume. What we sip on daily can seriously affect our health, even increasing our cancer risk. On the flip side, the right drinks can actually help lower that risk. So how do we figure out which ones do what? That's where Dr. Lee comes in. Dr. William Lee is a well-respected doctor and researcher trained at Harvard. He's the founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation and has played a huge role in developing over 40 FDA-approved treatments for issues like cancer, heart disease, and vision problems. He's also a New York Times best-selling author with books like Eat to Beat Disease and his latest, Eat to Beat Your Diet. In today's video, we're diving into 5 drinks recommended by Dr. Lee that are known for their cancer-fighting and fat-burning abilities. We'll show you how adding these drinks to your routine can really boost your overall health and help cut down on cancer risk and unwanted fat. Plus, stick around till the end, as we will talk about one drink that highly increases chances of cancer. Starting with green tea.
Green tea is an example of a beverage that contains polyphenols that have been shown in the lab and in the clinic to control blood vessels, and these can also right-size your fat to improve your metabolism.
Green tea, derived from the unfermented leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant, has long been revered in China and Japan for its potential health benefits. Manufacturers promote it as a dietary supplement, claiming it can help control blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, and weight.
But green tea has, as much as 16 times the EGCG than some of the more processed or handled teas. And one of my favorite things to talk about EGCG is that cancers are harmless if they can't get a blood supply. And if you put tea in that system, the blood vessels that would feed a tumor cannot grow.
But it can do more than that. Green tea is packed with polyphenols, especially epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG, which might help in the fight against cancer. Research shows that EGCG can slow down the growth and spread of various cancer types, like breast, prostate, lung, and colorectal cancers. It works by triggering apoptosis, that's the natural death of cells, stopping new blood vessels from forming that feed tumors, and preventing metastasis. When it comes to specific cancers, the benefits of green tea vary. For prostate cancer, studies suggest that taking green tea extracts can lower the risk. In fact, some research found that prostate cancer patients who consumed green tea had reduced PSA levels before surgery. For colorectal cancer, drinking 5 or more cups a day might cut down the risk, especially in women. One trial even showed that consuming 10 cups daily helped reduce tumor recurrence in patients with colorectal adenomas. As for breast cancer, the results are a bit mixed. Some studies indicate no significant link between green tea and breast cancer prevention, while others suggest that women under 50 who drink 3 or more cups daily could have a 37% lower risk. There's also evidence that it may help lower the chances of recurrence for some breast cancer patients. In terms of esophageal cancer, animal studies show promise with green tea polyphenols, but human studies are less clear.
I do recommend about 3 cups of green tea a day. That's where the good stuff starts to happen in your body. Tea leaves or tea bags can actually be used over and over and over again. We don't actually have to throw it out and get a whole new pot. Just put some loose leaf tea, hot water, and you can sip that all day long.
Overall, while green tea and its compounds show potential against cancer in lab and animal studies, human results are still inconclusive. More research is definitely needed to figure out how effective green tea really is for preventing or treating cancer. Still, it's generally safe and offers other health perks, so enjoying a cup or two can be a great addition to a healthy lifestyle.
Matcha is a green tea with a lot of this catechin because it's the entire leaf powdered and then suspended. So you get everything. You get the polyphenols, you get the dietary fiber. It's good for your gut health as well. And matcha has been shown in the lab to actually kill breast cancer stem cells.
Matcha tea, made from finely ground green tea leaves, is gaining attention for its potential anti-cancer benefits. Here are some key points about what makes matcha a standout. First off, matcha is packed with catechins, particularly EGCG. This powerful antioxidant can protect cells from DNA damage, activate detox enzymes to inhibit tumor growth, and help destroy cancer cells. Another exciting aspect is matcha's ability to inhibit cancer stem cells, CSCs. These cells can lead to tumor recurrence and spread. Research using breast cancer cell lines has shown that matcha can significantly reduce the viability of CSCs by changing their metabolic state and signaling pathways. This is important because CSCs often resist traditional treatments. Matcha also seems to reprogram the metabolism of cancer cells, pushing them into a dormant state to prevent their growth. This shift occurs through downregulation of key metabolic pathways, like mTOR signaling, which is often overactive in cancer. The antioxidants in matcha help fight oxidative stress, which is linked to cancer development. By stabilizing free radicals, matcha may lower the risk of various chronic diseases, including cancer. Animal studies have suggested that green tea extracts can reduce tumor growth in different organs. And while specific studies on matcha are still emerging, its components likely offer similar tumor-suppressing benefits. Finally, there's potential for matcha to enhance traditional cancer therapies. For example, EGCG has been shown to make cancer cells more sensitive to chemotherapy and radiation. Another tea that fights cancer that is loved by Dr. Lee is this one.
Studies have actually shown that pu'er tea can actually help improve your metabolism. I like to drink a cup of pu'er tea a little bit after dinner as a digestive.
Pu'er tea, as Dr. Lee says, is fermented Chinese tea, which shows some promising anti-cancer benefits based on various studies. One of the key findings is that pu'er tea extracts can inhibit tumor cell growth. They do this by down-regulating levels of mutant p53 proteins and mRNA, selectively targeting cancer cells while leaving normal cells unharmed, which is a big plus. Pu'er tea also causes cell cycle arrest in tumor cells. At specific concentrations that don't affect healthy cells, it can halt the growth of cancer cells by disrupting the S phase and pushing them into G1 or G2 arrest. Additionally, research indicates that pu'er tea can induce apoptosis, or program cell death, in cancer cells. For example, it has shown to inhibit the proliferation of human tongue carcinoma cells. Inflammation plays a role in cancer progression, and pu'er tea seems to help here too. In an oral cancer study, it reduced levels of inflammatory markers like tumor necrosis factor alpha and interferon gamma more effectively than the control group. The tea also impacts apoptosis-related proteins. It promotes apoptosis in mouse tissues by increasing the levels of the pro-apoptotic protein BAX while decreasing the anti-apoptotic protein BCL2. While these results are promising, it's worth noting that most evidence comes from lab and animal studies. More clinical trials in humans are needed to determine the safety and efficacy of pu'er tea for cancer prevention and treatment. The fermentation process may also mean that pu'er tea works differently from other types, like green tea, when it comes to anti-cancer effects. Now, enough about teas. I have good news for you coffee lovers.
It showed that those who drank 2 to 3.5 cups of coffee per day had a 30% lower risk of all-cause mortality. That means death from any cause. Coffee has a natural chemical called chlorogenic acid that does a lot of things. It improves your blood flow, stimulates your own stem cells to help your organs regenerate. It improves the gut microbiome, which lowers inflammation and improves metabolism.
Coffee has been a hot topic in cancer research, with many studies suggesting it might offer some protective benefits against certain types of cancer. Dr. Lee points out that coffee consumption may not only reduce cancer risk, but also lower recurrence rates for cancer survivors. One of the key benefits is the reduced risk of specific cancers. Research indicates that coffee can significantly lower the risk of liver and endometrial cancers. Additionally, drinking more than 4 cups of coffee daily seems to be associated with lower recurrence rates in bowel cancer patients. Those who consume more coffee tend to experience fewer recurrences and lower mortality rates compared to lighter drinkers. Coffee is also packed with antioxidants, particularly polyphenolic compounds like chlorogenic acids. These antioxidants can help protect cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are important factors in cancer development. Another interesting aspect is how coffee might influence cancer development. Some compounds in coffee may inhibit carcinogenesis by regulating oxidative stress and reducing inflammation. Plus, coffee has been linked to improved insulin sensitivity, which could be beneficial for reducing the risk of insulin-related cancers. Importantly, there's no clear evidence that coffee consumption increases cancer risk. In fact, the World Health Organization removed coffee from its list of potential carcinogens in 2016, acknowledging that it doesn't contribute to cancer risk. In fact, a recent article from UT Southwestern Medical Center shared research that showed some potential health perks of drinking black coffee. No cream, sugar, or flavorings needed. Researchers discovered that former colon cancer patients who regularly enjoyed coffee had a lower chance of cancer coming back. Plus, the American Institute for Cancer Research points out that coffee drinkers might also have a reduced risk of endometrial and liver cancers. Thanks to its antioxidant properties, some research suggests that regular coffee consumption could also lower the risk of Alzheimer's disease and type 2 diabetes. Lastly, we have kiwi dragon fruit smoothie.
Kiwi is packed with vitamins and antioxidants, and it's been shown that eating just one kiwi a day can actually cause your blood to be fortified to neutralize about 60% of the incoming damage from DNA.
A smoothie made with kiwi and dragon fruit can be a tasty way to tap into some potential cancer-fighting benefits from both fruits. Starting with kiwi, it's loaded with antioxidants, especially vitamin C, which helps fight oxidative stress, a key factor in cancer development. Kiwi also has flavonoids and carotenoids that reduce inflammation and protect cells from damage. Plus, research suggests kiwi can induce apoptosis, meaning it encourages cancer cells to self-destruct while keeping healthy cells safe. Its high fiber content supports digestive health, which is linked to a lower risk of colorectal cancer. Dragon fruit is another powerhouse. It's rich in antioxidants like vitamin C, betalains, and carotenoids, which help neutralize harmful free radicals and may lower cancer risk. Some studies even indicate that dragon fruit can inhibit cancer cell growth and promote apoptosis, adding to its potential anti-cancer effects. Like kiwi, it's also high in fiber, supporting digestive health and potentially reducing colorectal cancer risk. Blending these two fruits into a smoothie could create a synergistic effect, enhancing their health benefits. They both offer antioxidants, support digestion, and might help in the fight against cancer. While more research is needed to fully understand their effects, incorporating kiwi and dragon fruit into your diet is a delicious way to promote a healthier lifestyle aimed at reducing cancer risk. Speaking of risk, now there is one drink that increases the risk of cancer significantly.
There is no data that I know of, and I study this stuff, that alcohol itself, ethanol, ETOH for those of us who have studied chemistry, is actually beneficial to your health in any way, shape, or form. Ethanol, which is alcohol, is a toxin.
Alcohol can seriously up the risk for various types of cancer, and the science behind it is pretty clear. Let's break down how alcohol contributes to cancer risk. First off, ethanol, as Dr. Lee mentioned, the main ingredient in alcoholic drinks, is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. This means there's solid evidence linking it directly to cancer development in people. When your body processes alcohol, it turns it into acetaldehyde, which is toxic and can damage DNA. This compound messes with DNA repair, leading to mutations that can spur cancer growth. Alcohol can also mess with your hormones, particularly by raising estrogen levels, which is linked to a higher risk of breast cancer. Elevated estrogen can boost the growth of hormone-sensitive tissues, like breast tissue. Chronic drinking leads to inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are known to contribute to cancer. These processes can harm cells and create a friendly environment for tumors to thrive. Plus, alcohol can amplify the harmful effects of other carcinogens. If you're drinking and smoking, the risk of cancers in the head, neck, and esophagus skyrockets compared to using either substance alone. When it comes to specific types of cancer, alcohol is linked to several. For women, higher alcohol intake is tied to an increased risk of breast cancer. Heavy drinking can lead to liver cirrhosis, which raises the chance of liver cancer. Both moderate and heavy drinkers face higher risks for colorectal cancer, while any alcohol consumption can boost the risk of esophageal cancer, especially for those with certain genetic factors. Lastly, moderate to heavy drinkers have significantly higher risks of cancers in the oral cavity, pharynx, and larynx. So just away from that stuff. Please, well, that's it for today. If you found these insights on cancer fighting and fat-burning drinks helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more health tips and inspiration. What's your favorite healthy drink and how do you incorporate it into your daily routine? Let us know in the comments below. Check out our other videos to learn more about how to beat aging. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Stay healthy.